greatly appreciated. It's been an amazing experience. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, starting on Tezos, I'll never forget the first piece I put up there is Sierras, and I had zero expectations. And I put it on and I went to make a quesadilla while it was minting, and then I come back and I'm like, oh my God, like I just sold 100 pieces of art. Like that was really a pretty life-changing moment. And every like step since then on FX Hash has been great. And I feel like I'm just like connecting with collectors more and more. I don't know, there's a lot of people in the space, so it can very easily feel like you're one in a giant crowd. But then you got these amazing collectors and they're so supportive, and like, it feels like if I fall back, like they're there to catch me. And this next step with Bright Moments on ETH has felt like just even more of that. I don't know, I feel like I just made all these new friends, and like the team's amazing and kind and helpful and professional and like experts at what they're doing. This one was based on a hike that I discovered and religiously went back to about 5 years ago when I first moved to San Diego. And it was a really meaningful place for me to catch my breath and center and balance after, you know, hectic days. And so this piece was kind of accidentally inspired by that. I kept trying different things and ideas, and I didn't like where any of them were going. And I kept going to that hike to recenter and think about things, and then it just clicked. I was like, I need to make this hike and try to capture the memory of it.
Oh my God. I've lived in California for the past 15 years, and I think kind of Nate's introduction about his influences for Southern California, being in San Diego and Torrey Pines, it's incredible to see how much he captured. I think anybody who's never visited or lived in Southern California just completely resonates. Really just an amazing piece, and I think all the collectors are going to be blown away by what all the art that's minted.
It's funny, we were at the Getty in LA the other weekend, and they had some Claude Monet. So it really kind of felt almost similar to that, like a little bit impressionist, kind of oil pastel, beautiful color palettes. It was stunning. All the flower arrangements around were pretty. It was just a classy event, I'd say this time. A little bit pinkies out almost, you know what I mean?
When I think about California landscapes, I really usually think about oil pastels for some reason. That rendering style, it has a looseness. It looks like crayon, which I think has a nostalgic callback to it.
His artwork is just outstanding. I can't really believe that somebody's managed to use code to make something so beautiful. Sunset, hills, and then like the plants and the whole gallery experience around it is just like, it's sublime.
Yeah, I really wanted it to kind of feel like a little like family room, have a couch or a couple of chairs or something and sit down and just get comfortable and relax with the collector and watch their piece unveil and hear their thoughts. Yeah, I relied pretty hard on, essentially it was all Christy and Gary, and they did an amazing job with all the plants and flowers. And Christy told me she was just trying to kind of bring out the artwork into the real world in a way, and I think she nailed that. It was really beautiful.
It's much more special when you get to meet the artist, see their process, mint it in real life, share it with your spouse. You get to make a bunch of friends. Everyone's always happy to see you. You're happy to see them.
These relationships in real life are awesome, and connecting people over the internet is really cool.
I think the beauty of live minting is the element of surprise, because you get a real kind of pure reaction from the piece that you're getting. And you go through this whole experience and you meet people and you see things which you'd never normally see. And then suddenly you're presented with an art piece which is there. It didn't exist before you arrived. You have to experience it for yourself. You can't be told something's different because you won't believe it.
And you know, it's such a pleasure to see artists who release projects on Tez or other blockchains kind of get their first introduction with Bright Moments. I think it's kind of a special event and kind of spreads the word of how amazing in-person events can be.
Yeah, it's really a cool experience to sit next to someone who's invested their time and their hard-earned money into my art, and to sit there next to them and watch it reveal and hear their thoughts and see their expressions on their faces was really, it was a really powerful experience. Yeah. So I have one more project and I'm considering it kind of like a 3-part series. They're connected in style. I used the same rendering engine that I wrote for that, where Eucalyptus Tezos was a landscape. Sunset from the Bluffs was a landscape, but more details to it, more elements. The next one that I have in mind and in progress is kind of a step in the opposite direction, where it's using similar styling and lighting methods and landscape ideas, but leaning towards abstract, kind of more funky shapes and things. So no clue right now. Tezos ETH, I don't know. I'm still trying to finish the piece. But yeah, I always got more ideas in mind, and yeah, happy to bring them out to the world and see what you all think.